The Monday night live stream, morning live stream, wherever you may be, I guess. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Bob, hello, anybody there? It is 5:02. We are starting exactly on time. Lacey, the Dragon of Silence, says, I am sad I missed the member stream. The dragon is silent. You were silent because you were not there. Every Monday for 3:45 p.m. PST, members only stream. Mark it in your calendar. Do what you got to do. We will be here every week. Audio, video, good. Happy birthday, Eric Wyrock. Everyone give Eric a happy birthday. What? Audio, video, not yet Gucci. Audio, video, now Gucci. All right. All right. Build me a bicycle, you clown. What? Oh, man. As always, we're going to give it a couple minutes for people to roll on in here before we start. We're going to be talking about your favorite Livebearer fish. So I hope you got one on mind. I will talk about mine, and we'll talk about yours, and hopefully give some people ideas for their fish tanks as we go along. Bro, I have a 3-hour unskippable ad going to refresh the stream. That cannot be real. 3 hour. I don't have much control over the length of the ads, but that seems a little ridiculous. I don't know. Just saying. Come build me a fish room and I'll buy all the fish. Boy. I don't know how I can pass that up. I don't know. That might be too good to be true. Everyone's saying guppies. There's other Livebearers out there besides guppies, but I get it. If you guys watched Aquarium Co-op's last video of the Twin Cities Guppies story, don't go watch right now. Wait till after the stream. If you like guppies, you will like that video. And if you like good content, you will also like that video because that was a very good video. Hello from Oklahoma. Hello, Oklahoma. Amanda from Oklahoma. Livebearers, yes. Yep. Oh, there we go. Happy birthday, Eric, and nice setup behind you. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Eric, you have the same birthday as Aquafunk. I thought it was Aquafunk's birthday like 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you, I cannot keep track of everyone's birthday. Least killifish, question mark. Are you asking if that's my favorite? Ooh, we got someone with mollies. Yes, we do. Who is Eric? Eric Wyrock. He is in chat. He's got green next to his name. He is a frequent contributor to the stream, so somewhere I learned that it was his birthday. My favorite common species are guppers, guppies, endlers, and swordtails, but I like all my odd little Livebearer species. Is John the stir-fry guy now? All right. Twin Cities Guppies, I want to start a guppy tank at Twin Cities Guppy. Oh, is he actually here? Is Kang Lee actually here? I guess I got to do the @ symbol. Oops. Oh, he is here. Welcome, Kang Lee. Good to see you, my friend. I was just talking about you. Yeah, there he is right there. Twin Cities Guppies. I can never remember what mall you're in, but whatever mall his store is in, I highly recommend you go visit it. Somewhere in Minnesota, but I always forget. I feel like it's the Mall of America, but I don't know. I might be wrong. Bob can keep track of Lisa's birthday. It is not my birthday. It is Lisa's birthday next week. Favorite Livebearer half-beak. All right, that's gonna be a unique one. I mean, not a very not super unique fish, but to be your favorite, I think that's pretty unique. Matthew Vargas, don't think I've ever kept a Livebearer. Now that I think about it, well, why not? That seems kind of weird. How was your trip, Matthew? Have a good time? I lurked at some of your pictures. Seemed like a pretty nice place. Maplewood Mall. Okay. See, I told you I was wrong. I knew I was wrong. You learn in the member stream, which is why everyone should become a member. I agree, but you'll have to trust Zenny. Don't listen to me. Listen to Zenny. Maplewood Mall. All right, I got to do word association. So, Maplewood Bacon is how I'm going to remember Maplewood Mall. Maplewood Bacon. David, I'm not late, buddy. You got to refresh your browser if I'm not live yet. Not that you can hear this because I'm not live, but you know, when you get to this point in 10 minutes. Awesome. Now you can come when Corey's here at Ron. Oh yeah, he is going there later this week. Please start talking about the fish. Well, now I'm gonna wait even longer. Actually, you know what? You did say please, so well, we're almost at the fish. We're almost there. We're kind of talking about fish. You have to sell a lot of guppies to pay for a lease at the Mall of America, but someone should do it. I feel like a lease on any mall has got to be pretty cheap these days because malls aren't really, you know, they're not really the spot like they used to be. Back in the 80s, Maplewood, I mean, you'd go to the mall to hang out. Like, that's where everybody went. Nobody goes to the mall anymore. I could be wrong. Maybe it's still super expensive. Never mind. For some reason, when I opened it, I just had the waiting screen. It's a roundabout adventure. Buckle up and sit tight. Yeah, Joseph, if this is your first time here, well, we get to fish on and off. We talk about everything. I like to, you know, I do know a lot of the people here, so it's, you know, like to catch up and say hi to, you know, just kind of, you know, shoot the breeze, I guess, for a couple minutes while people wander on in here. I'm overwhelmed with platies. I'm not sure if they're my favorite, but they don't leave me much space for anything else. MT snails are your favorite Livebearer? I'm going to show you my favorite Livebearer. Barbara Jackson, you were close. You were close. I do love the Heterandria formosa, but it is not my favorite. My favorite is a very unassuming fish. It's not the prettiest fish. It's not a common fish by any means. And let's see if I can find a picture of it here. Which, of course, I can't. Interesting. Am I going to have to go to Google to find a picture? Well, where are my pictures? You know what? A Livebearer that doesn't get a lot of attention are lemias. Like, I feel more people should have lemias. All right, I'm going to have to go to Google to find a picture of it. Gonna duck, go it. Now I gotta try to find a good picture of it. Well, I thought I was prepared for this, but now I'm totally unprepared. I got back in a month plus ago and already have 4 tanks. All right, Aiden, getting back into it. I love the humpback lemias. My favorite is probably It might be the humpback. It might be. All right, I think I might have found a decent enough picture. No, it's too blurry. Fail. Big time fail. The Cuban lemia is actually pretty nice too. Okay. Hold on. Hold the phones. I'll get a picture of it real quick. I just have to message someone. And this is why this live stream is being recorded for training purposes. All right. So scratch mine. We'll have to come back to mine. I don't like a browser that tries to think for me. Not DuckDuckGo, man. They've started filtering results. Well, they all do. But none are as bad as Google. I think lemia have a weird shaped bodies, kind of like rainbow fish. And like some people, those are not my favorite fish. Ooh. You're about to hit the ban hammer. What about quality purposes? I don't like a browser that tries to think for me. What browser? Well, I don't use DuckDuckGo browser. I use their search engine. Lady Gain, what are we talking about until we start talking about food? We're talking about Livebearers, our favorite Livebearers. Hawaiian Variatus platy. Ooh, Dustin. Now this one I got to show a picture of because I have these. And they are amazing. So I'm going to tell you right now. Wait, I got to move it over here. Okay, should be good. Should be good. All right, here we go. So it's the top row here. Don't mind the bottom row. Top row right here in the middle. Hawaiian Variatus platy. These are by far the most amazing fish that I've ever put in an outdoor tub. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over that group right there, or all the way top right, I'm telling you, when you see these in the sunlight, especially top down, they look absolutely amazing. Probably my second favorite Livebearer are these right here. The Hawaiian Variatus platy. They're close to like the Sunset, but way, well, obviously the Sunset doesn't have the black body, but everything else is kind of like the Sunset. But went up the coast last week and got some cute pics of tiny rockfish, I think of tide pools, and skinny 3-inch teal bluefish. No idea what it was. NorCal coast. All right. So DuckDuck is no good. DuckDuckGo is just fine. It's definitely better than Google. Brave is the best browser. I don't like Brave that much, to be honest, but it's not bad. I don't mind Brave that much. If you're like privacy, it's probably the best. But anyways, Hawaiian Variatus platies. You gotta get them someday. Those are gorgeous. Yeah, and I'm not even. Ooh, dang. I'm not even a big platy person. Like I've never been a fan of platies until I saw these, and I was like, I have to buy them. And I saw them at Aquarium Co-op, and I bought some. Brought them home, put them in my tub last year, and I couldn't believe how good they looked. They made it pretty cold too. I didn't have to bring them inside until it got about 40, like upper 30s, low 40s, and then I had to bring them inside. So they can take cold weather for a little bit too. Amazon Research Center, I am glad you are here. The doc is in the house because we're going to have to take a little detour here because I told him I would talk about this, and I think it's pretty cool, so I'm going to talk about it. Just going to bring up the link. Let's see. Oh, I guess the link is in my email. And yeah, if you're new here, this is what we do. We're all over the place. We go wherever you all take me. Okay, here we go. Got the link, the linky stinky, and all right. This is a legit link now, so, don't get worried. But the Amazon Research Center in Peru is raffling off a trip for 2. Covers everything except booze. Let's see. Round trip airfare for 2, housing, meals, transportation to and from the airport, a visit to the Manatee Research Center. That would be cool. We will customize the itinerary, blah, 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 blah. But basically everything you could ever want. If you're a true fish nerd, all inclusive, except for booze. So yeah, $50 for a raffle ticket for 2 of you to go to Peru and play with fish. I mean, how awesome is that? And it's also for a good cause. So I'm not the best salesman in the world, but sounds like a good time to me. Then I like them too. They get a little bit bigger though. Bob, you are so cool. Too cool for school. Gray duck is always the right answer. Gray duck. Gooey duck. Zoo Genetics Tequila Goodie's are also very pretty. So I have these actually. And we'll take a look at these. And I'm going to show you. So now there was roughly 7-inch lizard of some kind in my bathtub. Just use an old fish net to put them outside. Interesting. Collecting trip if you want. I will say, like, collecting trip sounds like a lot of fun, but you're going to have to be realistic with what you're going to get yourself into. There's not a lot of people that want to go into waist-deep mud, all the random bugs. Like, be realistic, okay? Not a lot of people are gonna want to do that. Like, the idea of doing it is awesome, but when you actually get there and it's 100 degrees out and it's 100% humidity and you're in miserable conditions, it's not that fun. I just watch the co-op videos and decide if that's something you'd be interested in. But are you going on this trip? Well, I don't know. I think if I sell like 1 million raffle tickets, then I get a free trip. I'm not sure. No, it's not sponsored. That would be cool though. All right, we got a picture of the tequila Goodies. This is a very pretty fish. Super durable, super hardy. Highly recommend. The Goodies is another fish that you just don't see in the hobby that much. What? Collecting? Oh, I agree. Collecting is so much fun, but I think there's a lot of people who, maybe they go on like a 2-hour hike and they're like, hey, this is awesome. Yeah, I want to go collecting in Amazon. And then they realize, whoa, this is not what I'm used to. I'm just trying to set expectations. Like, for me, it'd be super fun. For a lot of people, it'd be super fun. Way to sell the trip. Miserable conditions. I'm just saying, like, if you're out in the jungle, all right? 100 degrees, 100% humidity. The trip itself, like, spending I don't know how it was. Did I say how long? Does it say how long? Let me go. How long are you actually there? Let me go look. 1 week. So, I mean, just hanging out at the research center for a week would be amazing. Are you kidding me? Razor Ramon just passed away. The wrestler? Razor Ramon. That sounds, is that a wrestler? It sounds familiar. Oh, but anyways, since we're looking at the tequila Goodieads, we're also going to look at the trout Goodieads, which is my absolute favorite Goodiead species. See if I can steal someone's picture of these. Not a lot of good pics of these. Well, you can kind of look at my thumbnail here. Let's go back to Firefox. Right there in the middle. That's my video. The goods. The goods. Top left, you can kind of see them here. This is a really cool fish. They get pretty big as far as a Goodie is concerned. 3.5, 4 inches. Pretty fat body as well. I have tequila Goodieads. Yes, I do have tequila Goodieads. I do not. They are. Don't quote me on it. I don't want to say where they're from because I don't. I'd have to look it up. But they're from someone famous. But yet none of these pictures do them justice. Absolutely none of them. There's not a single good picture here. So that sucks. I know it would be fine. A better time than conditions in. I know I would be fine. A better time than the conditions in the Army. Oh yeah, probably for sure. Work in the aquarium if they want. Wait. Is this a free trip to come work? You're gonna be putting in 12 hours a day, scrubbing tanks, cleaning sponge filters. Did you see Coralfish 12 did a video with Heiko Blahar where they discovered a new fish? It looks like a super nice blue tetra. And if they breed them, I would love to keep some. Nope, I did not see that video. Very super famous. Love the UFO in the background. I'm a UFO fan. Yes, this is a sketch from Bob Lazar, autographed to, see, it says to Bob Steenfott. Best wishes, autographed Bob Lazar. Yep. He's my buddy. All his Bobs stick together, so you know how it is. Curtis, yes, I want to say they're tequila Goodieads from Greg Sage, but I'd have to double check. Just to, I'd want to, before I put his name on that, I'd want to go back and check my emails. Super de-duper famous. Meow. Speaking of super duper famous, there is Secret History living in your aquarium. My wife even goes and collects. She does not like muck at all. Yeah, I would just recommend, like, go over to Aquarium Co-op's channel, and they just went to Peru last year. There's a whole series on it. And you should really get a taste for what it's like. And know that like that's the good stuff. So they're literally like waist deep, stuck in mud. But if your love for fish is more than your love for like that kind of conditions, then yeah, obviously it's gonna be fun. Danikin Aquatics, what's going on, buddy? How would I filter a 20 long with guppies? Probably just sponge or Hamburg Matten, which is a sponge as well. But I love Hamburg Matten filters on long tanks. So my 20 longs, I love them there. 33 long, I like to put one on each side. I mean, he's the only famous guy I know that does Goodieads. Yeah, I guess Goodiead people are not probably going to be like famous. Amazon Research Center, it looks amazing and the center sounds cool. Yeah, I've seen lots of pictures. Once upon a time, a couple years ago, I was actually on his website, and if you went down there to like work or like to volunteer, you got like a free room or something. And I was like, and that's what, gosh, that might have been 4 or 5 years ago now. That was when I first started wanting to go to Peru to collect. And I don't know if it's still that way, so don't quote me on that. Hey. There's nothing there. Did you say Madden hamburgers? Yep. Yep. Bob, the Lemia tridents are my favorite that I currently have. I think they are underrated for algae control. Lemia tridents. Let's look it up. I'm about to have to go close my window. Lemia tridents. Ooh. This is a pretty fish. Let me check all these other pictures first. Yeah, this is a really good picture. This is a really pretty fish. Nice blue hues with orange fins. This is a really cool fish. See? I'm telling you. Lemia species. Very underrated. Very, very underrated. We do still allow internships, free room and board. There you go. I mean, I don't know. Seems like a good deal to me. Like, go to Peru. I don't know if there's like time commitments, like you got to be there for a month or 2 weeks, but man, I'm telling you, if I was single and had that time, oh wait, I am, and I do have that time. This is a really pretty fish. It's too bad. Where's Fish Tank Barn? Why isn't he here? He has all kinds of Lemia species and weird livebearers. I've been running from the paparazzi all day. Yeah, that's why I'm not in the city, man. That's why I'm not in the city. A new vegetarian option, Madden hamburgers. Ugh. I bet they probably... Like, I bet you could take all the gunk off of the Madden filters and make it into a patty, and that would still taste better than a veggie burger. Just saying. There'd be more meat in it, at least. Rest in peace, John Madden Filtration. 3 weeks minimum. There you go. Yeah. I mean, go spend 3 weeks in Peru for airfare? Like, shoot. Why not? Last night I put my fish in a bucket and drained my tank. Added substrate since the old stuff was 15 years old. Am I going to have to worry about NH3 and new tank syndrome? You're probably going to have to like recycle your tank. I would definitely test it. Oh, Fish Tank Barn is here. Favorite livebearers, Lemia melanogaster. All right, I know this is something I'm going to want to look up. Lemia melanogaster. Probably not pronouncing that right, but you guys don't know how to pronounce it either, so... Ooh, this is another good-looking one. All the other images are good. This is a pretty nice. I like the yellow and the black. Whoa, I can't click on it there. I gotta click on it here. Man. What we gotta do to get some good pictures around here? Taking myself? And thank you for the $10 super chat, Lemia melanogaster. This is a cool looking fish, though. Anything yellow and black, though, I'm instantly gonna love. Like, that's one of my favorite combination of colors in general. That's a cool fish. What are buttworms? What? I'm too scared of buttworms to go collecting in Peru. Ay, ay, ay. How long do Lemia live? 3 to 5 years. That's a very generalized estimation, but yeah, 3 to 5 years. Some of them are going to be 2 to 3. Some are going to be 4 to 5, 6, 7, but on average. Any idea why my goldfish is losing scales and its color? It sounds like you might have an issue with nitrates. I would definitely test if you don't have a test kit. PP worms are worse. Yep. But I believe those are in Western Asia. I can't remember. I think those are in South America, but I don't remember either. If I went collecting, I would definitely be wearing my banana hammock for extra protection, for sure. Sounds awesome. Butt worms. Have never had anything like that in 14 years. There we go. We have it confirmed. In 14 years of working in the Amazon, I've never come down with a case of butt worms. So Zenny, you're good. I hear you have to clench the entire time you're in Peru. Hey, man, at least we're raising awareness for the Amazon Research Center. We might be talking about butt worms, but it all comes back to the Amazon Research Center. So I guess any press is good press, right? I don't know. Jeez. What do I think about dojo loaches and blood parrots? Probably two fish I'll never own. I do like dojo loaches. They're just a bit bigger than the fish I keep. I'm more of a smaller type of fish nerd. And parrotfish, aka hillbilly goldfish, I've never been a fan of. But it's all right. You can love them, I cannot, and we can still be friends. Doc, I do not know the validity of said phobia, but from all the things I've heard, it's a genuine fear. I think you'd be okay. Maybe just bring some Depends for extra coverage. I don't know. I've tested all levels and water is great. They're active and love chasing each other, but still loose color and scales. I would ask, what are your water parameters? Make him say it again. Make him say it again. Wow, chat has gone downhill fast. Parrotfish are mean to my little fish. I don't know. They just look too weird for me. Like, I could never get behind parrotfish. Normally, I like weird looking stuff like that. But there's just something about the parrotfish that I'm just not into. I want an adventure. Well, Ginger, Grumble, go get your $50 raffle ticket, and maybe you'll win. But if you win, if anybody wins, they have to take me because I'm the one that told you about it. So just throwing that out there. It's a trip for two, so if you win, I better be your +1. Just saying. Oh, yeah, right here. If you're interested in conducting research at the center located outside of Aquatics, Peru, please check the link below. There you go. Go spend a month in the Amazon. That sounds amazing to me. Honestly, if I didn't have 3 dogs, I would probably be there. I think my 3 giant dogs would be a bit much for someone to handle for a month. I'd feel bad. I'm going to set up a guppy tank after I move. Any tips? Planted. Live plants. If you're not into live plants, then just get a lot of fake plants. They love plants. It's just so beneficial for fry when they start pooping out fry. I would highly recommend lots of plants. Secondly, I would make sure I have somewhere to unload all the fry because you're going to get a lot of them. For me, I kind of stopped doing guppies as soon as my local fish store shut down because I have no way, like, they produce way faster than I can get rid of. It was really fun just taking in like 100 to 200 guppies every month. But now I don't have that outlet, so I don't really do anything with my guppies anymore. I have, I think, 2 tanks with guppies and endlers in them. Can Canadians enter the draw? Oh, that's an interesting question. I think, Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, round trip airfare for 2. Limit up to 2,000. Okay, I didn't see that part. So you could probably come out of Canada, but if it's over 2,000, you're going to have to cover it. That's how I read that. I don't know. Maybe the doc is still in the house. You can clarify. Sorry if I missed it, but where do I buy the raffle tickets? Please hit the like button. I will link it one more time. There you go. When is the actual raffle? March 31st. So all day, all day, all month long. My favorite Livebearers are the ones my LFS can't get enough of. Platies and Endlers are racking up the credit. Do you ever put female guppy in another tank to drop the fry and then put her back in the main tank? No, but I can see lots of advantages and I can also see why people would do that. But no, I'm never really concerned about getting like maximum yield out of my guppy spawns. Because in a couple weeks, I'm just going to have another one. And I have like 50 females. So, yeah, I'm not worried about, like I said, getting the most out of them. When I start my guppy tank, I'm going to let the guppy grass run wild. That's one of my favorite ones. Also, stargrass is a really, really nice plant for guppies. It's actually thicker, bushier than guppy grass as well. It won't float. Well, it'll float for a while, but then it starts getting like the long stringy roots and it doesn't look good. So guppy grass is going to have the advantage there. But if you did stargrass and guppy grass in the same tank, that would be crazy. It would just be one giant bush of a plant. Dr. Anthony, how will you be selecting a winner? Drawing from a ball of buttworms. Longest worm wins. All right. Let's 2 tickets purchased. All right. Well, I got 2 tickets out of it. And it's March 31st when we'll be drawn live on my Monday stream. We'll be doing random number generator with everyone given a number. Oh, that's right. Amazon Research Center does stream every Monday. There's actually some pretty good content for like real fish nerds over there too, so I would check it out. Do Neos count? If so, they are my favorite Livebearer. Sure, throw them in. Hey, BJ Palmer, how's it going? Hey, when I start my guppy tank, already read that one. Do you ever put female guppies? Got that one. What else we got here? I'm gonna regret saying the term. Yeah, Zen. What do you? You're a moderator. Come on, you should know better. Jeez. Hey Bob, mods, dream team, non-members and lurkers. Hello. UPS are living the dream. I see you haven't changed your name yet. I don't know why I just remembered that, but hey, there you are. Where can you get nice guppy strains in Canada? Do we have any Canadians here? I would have no idea. But maybe we got some Canadians here that can give you some advice. Looking for some rainbow tiger endlers with a spade tail. Anyone know where I can get some? Let me check this one place real quick. I'm just checking LRB, but I don't know if his are the spade tail. Or if he even has any. LRB Aquatics can't be reached. Maybe I should type it right. Maybe. All right, third time's a charm. There we go. Let's see. Endlers. What do we got? This is where I got my rainbow tiger endlers. I don't even see him on his website anymore. So that's going to be a no from me. I don't know where to get him. Hey, Jacob. Corson says Big Owls. Big Owls. Big Owl? I thought Big Owls was in New York. Maybe it's a different one. If Looney Tunes is about, he would know about guppies in Canada. Oh, yeah. Not seeing my brother in here. Kenny, your brother was T-boned. Didn't you know? So he might be screwing around with his truck. His brand new truck. He just wrecked. He's okay. I'm sure you've heard, but he's probably out trying to make his truck drivable. I don't know. I did not think that was full, and I just spilled it all over me. Have a trio of muppies born and raised in my Livebearer tank. Sweet. I don't think Lucas is selling right now. Move and all. He has some Livebearers on his, or some endlers for sale right now. People in Seattle need to start selling them online. Hard to find in my neck of the woods. Yeah. You can go to a Seattle club meeting and get pretty much any endler or guppy you could ever want. Hey! This is not a chew toy. I can ask the GSAS people who got the spade tails I bred. I started working on lyre tails instead now. He picked me up. Okay. Well, there you go. The Schindlers are in the stream. Oh, but yeah, anyways, like there's so many endlers and shrimp and Livebearers in Seattle. It's crazy. Well, not so much Livebearers, more so guppies and endlers. Very popular here. Which is crazy because we don't have the water for it, but whatever. This truck was taken away on a wrecker. I came right home. Wrecker? I hardly knew her. I'll leave. Are cichlids considered a Livebearer? Probably not. They do lay eggs. Granted, they do mouth brood them, some of them. And so they spit out fry eventually. But I think technically we still got to call them egg layers. The girlfriend has informed me that the guppies have dropped fry. Apparently there's hundreds. See? Says God save, I told you. If you get into guppies or endlers, you got to have a place to get rid of them. I'm telling you right now. How do I know if my white cloud females are pregnant? They'll get fat. That's pretty much it. This truck was taken. Oh man, it's good to have a sense of humor about those kind of things, right? Hopefully, it's not just me that jokes about stuff like that happening. No point in getting angry about it. It already happened, right? You can't change it. You said doing well. Thank you. I had fun yesterday. Got in nature. Always good to get out of the city. That's just a mouth brooder. Yes, still egg layer. But, I wonder, is there a cichlid that's a Livebearer? There's got to be one out there. There's got to be. Any swap meet coming soon around Pacific Northwest? No, there used to be bi-yearly swap meets, like in Kenmore area, but that was before COVID. I haven't seen any talk of it in years. There's two big club auctions for Greater Seattle Aquarium Society. They They do like a plant one, and then they do like an everything one. But it's not a swap meet. But there's still lots of stuff there. Like people bring all their stuff. But yeah, no like real like swap meet, people getting tables and things like that. I might be able to double check real quick. See if there's been any talk of such things. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, only GSAS stuff is what I see here. My white clouds were breeding in a pond, but in my tank I'm not getting survivors, even with lots of dense plant growth and tank mates and cherry shrimp. Your pond water, it might be different parameters than your tap water, possibly. I don't know if maybe you're getting a lot of rain and it softens the water. I don't know. There might be something different with the water. I would test both and see what the difference is. It could be that also in an outdoor tub they're eating a lot more than maybe you're feeding them, which might be something to think about as well. Maybe give them more live and frozen food, since that's what they're eating out in the tubs. Moving fish tanks is fun. I don't think so, but hey, if it's fun for you, take it down by 90 during the stream. I think moving fish tanks is like the worst. What is wrong with you? Way too hyper. Normally they're sleeping this time. Uh-oh. Looks like we got some learning to do here. Live bearing is one word, though. While hyphenated, it means of an animal bearing live young rather than laying eggs. Viviporous versus oviviporous. There you go. Steenfott Aquatics at Guppies and Endlers. Have a good LFS club to take them. Get many more tanks. Or get an Oscar. I have none of that. So, yeah. No Endlers. I have a 125 that I threw all my Endlers, all my Guppies, all my pure strains. It didn't matter. They all went into there. And I'm getting some interesting looking fry for sure. And it's kind of been a fun experiment. But, yeah, I have nowhere to take them. So, I don't feed them a lot just so they don't procreate a lot. I went to my LFS to get some snails for my guppy tank a couple months ago. And now I have trifecta of snails, trumpets, neorites, and pond snails. Bonus. I'm glad to see some fellow snail lovers. Pond snails, bladder snails, I love them all. Like there's things I don't like about them, like their eggs, but let's see. That's what you mess around, you're gonna find out. Sorry. Doberman thinking he can take on a mastiff. Yeah, right. You didn't have to utterly destroy me like that. Utterly. Annihilation. Bob, can we just do a whole stream of us giving you long biological phrases and hear you pronounce them? Just know that I pronounce them correctly. Ron, that's probably accurate. Probably. I concur. No live-bearing cichlids, although according to one article, they expect cichlids to evolve to live-bearing status. Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking in my head. Like, there's got to be... I'm very shocked that there's not at least one species that hasn't evolved to live-bearing. There's just got to be one. There has to be one. You guys are going to get kenneled here pretty soon. Pretty dang soon. I mean, every year there's more and more reptiles that evolve from egg laying to live birth. So, I don't know. There's got to be something. I need to set up a dog cam. You guys are stupid. Bladder snails are the bestest snails. I love them all. I love them all. My Minnesota Aquarium Society has their first post V live event this weekend. I hope to go take some pictures. Oh, I hope to go take some plants and endlers if my Rottweiler foster puppy gets adopted in time. I don't know how you could foster. I could never foster. They would end up permanent. Ben Odart, what's going on, buddy? He says, loving my one mystery snail, Gary. Gary, I hate their egg clutches. Oh, they're so annoying. Nope, not one live-bearing cichlid. That's so crazy to me. Hey. You guys need to chill out. You need to calm down. I don't know. That's crazy to me. No live-bearing cichlids that we know of. How about that? One of my tanks looks like it has velvet. The picture of the internet match. Will GeneroQL fix that? Any suggestions? Well, as I normally state, of course I didn't, state it at the beginning of this live stream. I'm not a veterinarian, and I do not give veterinarian advice. That being said, I would treat it with the triple cure, the triple threat, and that's where I would start. But again, I'm not a veterinarian, and I hate giving veterinarian advice. Thanks, Maria. Says Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes. I got neorites. They promptly died. I'll stick with nice, hardy rams and bladders. Jacob Hill says, gotta go early, everyone. Goodbye. See you later, Jacob. Thanks for stopping by. And Ginger, thanks for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. But, yeah. You should know better. You are a moderator. You should know better. But thank you. Plant grade food structure. Okay. All right, I got to pay attention to chat. Cichlids evolved from a limited lineage. They change behavior and color and size, but no pressure has been drastic enough, long enough to reroute their whole reproductive metabolism. There you go. Cichlids are cooler. They keep babies in their mouth. If I had to, if I was forced, at gunpoint, livebearers or cichlids, I would go cichlids. I just have to. I still have the neorites I got from Bob over 2 years ago. Crazy. All right. That's good to hear. Please leave a review on my website. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I've never used this screen before. Look at that. How about this one? Sorry, Amazon showed up, not Amazon Research Center, but Amazon. So of course my dogs are going crazy. So I muted it for a second. Even the doggos thought your website joke wasn't funny. Pause for pause. I have cause to pause. My neurons are seemingly indestructible. They are amazing. I did see a comment here I wanted to read, and now I can't find it. Garden of Whedon. Your plants are shaking. Are your plants shaking because you have a fan somewhere in that room? Good idea. Air circulation creates a great environment for your plants. Yes. Although the fan is not for the plants. The fan is actually for the dogs, because if the air gets stagnant in here, whew, the dogs take advantage. There's nothing worse than 3 giant dogs that fart. They don't always fart, but when they do, you need a fan going. So I just run it anytime I'm in here. I have Sunshine Yellow African Cichlid in a 125. Those are awesome. I do miss my African cichlids. I love the way they swim. Just that herky jerky motion. It's a lot of people. Some people don't like it. I almost said a lot of people, but I know some people don't like the way they swim. But I love it. What's the best little canister filter for the money, in your opinion? Sometimes you can pick up that Zoom Ed or Phoenix canister filter for pretty cheap. I want to say it's the same thing. It's like the something 360. Let me look. Speaking of Amazon, let's go take a look. I have 2 of these filters, and I love them. Yeah, the PX360 is one of my favorites. Now, it's $60, so keep that in mind. But also, one of my favorites is on eBay. Let me look. And it's the Odyssey brand. Let's see. Odyssey. Here we go. So this guy is $39.99, and I'll link it here. I'll link it for you. That's quite the link. Actually, that might be too long. I don't know if it's gonna take it. Yeah, it's too long. Well, look up this. This is the name of it. That eBay link was 1,150 characters. That's ridiculous. So it's Odyssey CFS 130, and I really like these Odyssey filters. They're knockoff, but I have the best luck with them. Like their knockoff FX6 is like $100. But those are 2 that I like for smaller canister filters. I'm getting into hang on back canisters for no good reason. Easy to reach, completely enclosed, and directionally controlled to the extreme. I just like them. Yeah, that's the CFS 130 I just linked as I hang on the side. I believe it's a Phoenix. It's so good. Very underrated, although I will say it is hella dusty when you first open it. Probably because it's been sitting in a warehouse for years because nobody knows about them. Should also clarify, I don't have any. Just want to try one so bad. Anyways, those are a couple of the ones that I like. I've made Alex feel some kind of way. That's my saying. Don't take my saying. Kenny says, I really want Mbunas, though. All right, we're going to have a real intermission. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okie dokie. Had to do a real life water change. I am back. Hopefully we didn't lose too many people. But if you left because of that, it's your own fault. Still haven't figured out this whole 3 hours of streaming and drinking like 3 gallons of water. How long will I have to leave? How long can I leave a group of baby cichlids in a 5-gallon for? I mean, that's kind of up to you. You're going to have to kind of pay attention. And when it starts looking like it's getting crowded for them, it probably is. He's doing a hang on front maintenance. That is true. That is true. Jeez. Bob needs a water change. Yes, I do. Oh man. Now everything's moved around. Where is my here? Here I am. Okay. I'd love to know why my member thingy just went away, because you're not a member anymore. Hey, Fishaholic, that's if you click the join button, you should be able to rejoin, but I don't know why you're not a member anymore. Didn't you buy yours like 3 months at a time or 6 months at a time? And maybe it just ran out? I don't know. Hey, Paul McCarthy, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. I hope everything's going well. How foot's healing fine, etc. Okay, what did I miss? I emailed you pics of my T-bone truck so you can see it. Ooh, I gotta take a look at this. This better be good. Poor Ford. Oh, man. See, I would never buy a car made out of Tupperware. Not happening. That's not drivable, though? I mean, clearly it's not. You said it's not, but... You know, it's not even that bad, but I bet they're going to total it. Hang on front. Hey, Danny Does Life is here. How's it going, Danny? Dan asks, hey, Bob, do you individually heat your tanks or do you heat your fish room to appropriate temperatures? I heat my fish room. Hopefully you can't hear it, but there is a faint whine in the background. That is the heater running. AquaClear 110 is nice for growing plants. Yeah, it does have a big basket in the back, if that's what you're talking about, like house plants, or it's going to create a lot of flow, which is good for plants in your tank as well. Opinions on the AquaClear 110. I think they're overpriced, but everything right now in the world is overpriced, so that's not really fair to say. The wheel was touching the control arm. Is it like those? Maybe it's like those old remote control cars where they only turn in reverse. It's like you go straight. Oh, got to turn. Whoop, straight, got to turn. Whoop. Those were the worst. Man, I remember like one of the first remote control cars I ever got as a gift and ever got in general was one of those that only turn in reverse. And I was so happy. I'm like, finally, everyone else on the block had remote control cars. I finally get one, and I get one like that. And I was just like, oh, I don't know, Phil, you know, you should be grateful and everything. But, boy, I was sad. I still had fun with it, though. I just didn't drive it when everyone else was out driving theirs. Hang on the front is a reference to Bob's water change or a water change method. That is a reference to my genitalia, which Zenny knows better, but she's been kind of inappropriate. But I did have to pause the stream for a second. Prices will rise 30% in the next... Yeah, if we're lucky, it will only rise that much. Ooh, hi all. New to the channel and hobby. Look forward to learning and talking with all of you. Trevor, welcome. Welcome. You've come to the right place. There are lots of good content, lots of good communities on YouTube. Yeah, nice to have you. Most of us are pretty friendly. I would say probably about 99.9% of us are always willing to help, so don't be afraid to ask any question. You will get many answers, and they'll probably all be different, but there'll still be answers. That might be the first time I've ever said the word genitalia on my live stream. 5 years in, that's a first. I couldn't think of a more PC way of saying it. Maybe hang down? I don't know. Alexander, buddy, I don't know what to do. 2 weeks in a row. Alexander with $100 super chat. These $1 super chats are overpriced. Buddy, if I could thank you 100 times, I would. I'd never know what to say to those, ever. I just don't know. Yeah. Zen Ginger says, thanks as always, Alexander. You're the best. Trevor says, thank you, Bob. Yeah, absolutely, man. Good to see you. Good to have you here. We are here every Monday, 5 p.m. PST. Barry Soy Toro says, let's go. Ginger Grumble with the $5 super chat. 190 watching, only 128 likes. Please remember to hit the like button. These $1 super chats are overpriced. Commander says, wow, Alexander, that's exactly how I feel, and it's been 2 weeks in a row. I don't know. Just thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. And Barry with the $10 super chat says, let's go. Let's go. Fun fact, Barry here is my gaming partner. He's ready to go, I guess. Barry, if Rent wasn't giving it to me 2 ways, I'd compete for the highest super chat. That's going to be hard to top. There was once upon a time, a long time ago, not even that long ago, I have received the max once, and it still just blows me away. Andrew, welcome back. UPS, you're living the dream. Did you figure it out? Did she ever get that squared away? I got kind of distracted by this red super chat. The welcome back reminded me. Bunny Viper says, wow. I don't like that you changed your icon, Bunny Viper. You don't stand out as much anymore. Those dark icons, they just don't stand out. Does anyone else have trouble feeding guppies bloodworms? They gobble them up, but I swear I always lose a few guppies after. I honestly, if you're gonna do bloodworms, I would chop them up. I don't know if you are chopping them up, but I would chop them up. Sir Alexander, is he a sir? That would be amazing. I get these ads that you could buy like 1 square foot of land in Scotland and become like knighted or something like that. It's got to be a scam, but it's like $60 and you can become like knighted or something like that. UPS are living the dream negative. Okay, I'll look it up right now. Let's see. Go to members. Memberships. See my members. Filter, last update. Maybe? No. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to do control find. Up, sir. You are not on my list of members, so it had to have expired. Or your card might have expired and it got declined, which is pretty common. This actually happened to me the other day. I went to the gas station, wouldn't take my card, and I was raging. I'm like, whatever, I'll use a different card. And then I went to go roller skating, and they wouldn't take my card. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And then I looked at it, and it was expired. I was like, oh, it expired in February. And yes, I see it, folks. I don't know what to do about it. Alexander with the $400 super chat, buddy. I don't know what to do, dude. I don't. There's the record. Well, it ties the record. There you go. I saw it. I just didn't. I don't know what to do about it. I don't. I don't. All right. Sorry. As the lights are getting a little bright, I'm starting to get a little teary-eyed, so I had to put some glasses on here to make sure my eyes stop leaking, because the LED lights are just too bright. Lisa's Tank, I think, says it best. Just say thank you. I have two 1 square foot pieces of land at the Lapfrog Scotch Distillery in Scotland. All I needed to do was buy a 10-year and 18-year bottle of Lapfrog, and they give you a code to stake your claim. Alexander says, I don't need more work. I don't even know what that means, buddy. It's Brad Pitt's new best friend, Tom Segura. If one more person tells me I look like Tom Segura, I'm going to lose my frickin' mind. I do not look like Tom Segura. All right? He looks like me. This is actually the real reason I've never taken my hat off, because if I took my hat off, it would be Tom Segura comments nonstop. We have the same beard. We have the same bald head. and it would get very annoying. Danny Does Life says, he says thank you. I say thank you because he will most definitely buy a plant and I will most definitely take a cutting. That is probably true. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I didn't cry, folks. It's the LED lights are very bright, all right? I've been streaming since 3:45 and it's the lights, I swear. I promise you. Bob, how would dwarf neon rainbows do in outdoor tubs for the summer? They would do amazing. You do not look like him at all. I think I look pretty dang close to him. Like, I could be him for Halloween for sure. Yes, and so most all rainbow fish are going to do well outside. I actually know some people in Minnesota that do outdoor tubbing with rainbow fish. So probably not ideal, obviously, but a lot of people in California, I have no idea where you live, so obviously, keep an eye on your temperatures. But I've taken, Danny and I actually did yellow rainbow fish all the way. I mean, the water was like 48 degrees, I think, when we made that video, and they're swimming around and eating and, flashing. So they can go a lot colder than you think. Now, not all rainbow fish, but in general, I think it's a pretty large misconception about rainbow fish, about how they need warm water, 78 or higher. But all you have to do is go and see where they're from, and the water gets down into the 60s all the time. So I'm not crying, you're crying. A Garden of Whedon with the 1999 says, gas prices be tripping. This is literally why I go nowhere. Now I actually have a legit excuse to be a hermit. Before, it was kind of weird to be a hermit. You kind of got weird looks when you went out in public. But now I have a legit excuse why I never go out in public, why I never go anywhere. Google Tom Segura. Even my sister agrees. Actually follow him on Instagram. So there was a time for like the first couple years I was streaming, people were like, "Oh, you look like Tom Segura," and I'm like, "Who is that guy?" Like, stop saying that. I have no idea who he is. And then I started watching some of his stand up and his podcast, and I'm like, "Hey, this guy's pretty dang funny." All right, I can dig it. I've done Praecox and Radinocentris from June to September. I've done Radinocentris almost year round. They can go very cold as far as tropical fish are concerned. So the term very cold is pretty subjective. But as far as tropical fish are concerned, Radinocentris can almost go year round in Washington. Pretty dang close. Now, obviously water volume, what you're keeping them in. There's a lot of things that are going to adjust how long you keep them outside, but Kenny Schindler, I laughed out loud. He's just not done yet. What is that from? I'm not crying, you're crying. What tank mates would you recommend for an Asian stone catfish? Going to get it about 10 or 12 with live plants, but need a good fish for. So remind me, Asian stone catfish, are those like the anchor catfish? I'm temporarily drawing a blank here. Yeah, like the moth catfish. Okay. Yeah. So the thing I would be concerned about is just making sure you don't have, like, they're already a small fish, right? So it's not too much of a concern, but if you start getting like really small, like the micro rasboras, they might turn into a meal. But as far as tank mates, I would stick with anything nano that's not going to be an easy meal. Is it Step Brothers? Zane says I want to turn my whole room into Livebearer tanks. Could you DM me info? Could you DM me info of other Minnesotians during doing tubbing? I have 2 150-gallon Rubbermaids. I'm not crying, you're crying. I remember from the IT crowd. I don't think that's not what I'm thinking of, but maybe. Ron, if you email me at email me to steenfottaquatics@gmail.com. Starchy and Hutch, Gilmore Girls, we're getting all kinds. Okay, apparently it's used a lot. If you email me, I'll let you know what I know. Yeah, just send me an email. God, I'm still just like not computing. Does not compute. Start working again, dang it. Why is it so hard to find Amazon puffers for sale? They're very seasonal, and when they are in season, they go very fast. Oh, I still need to figure out what this light is from. I forgot. I was going to do that in between streams, and I forgot to look. Like, that red light, I don't know where it's coming from. White clouds can survive under ice. Yes. Yep. If that was someone's question, then Alex is absolutely correct. Mine were easily under 6 inches of water this year. Easy. Of, like, frozen water. So 6 inches of ice. Still not working, man. My brain is all mush. Who is Tom Segura? He's a comedian. Bob looks more like the most interesting man in the world, a.k.a. Dos Equios. I feel like that dude is way more handsome than me, but I'm not the best at judging the handsome level of men. I'm about to drive a V10 excursion from Michigan to Florida. This is seriously going to hurt my bank. Dude, that sounds like a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. Anyways, dwarf, so anchor cats, yes. I would do like dwarf hatchet fish, pencil fish would be a really good one. Like half beaks would be kind of cool. Starsky and Hutch, really? I would have never guessed that one. One of my favorite fish, the neon green rasboras would be a good one. Let's see. Filled up my car before flying out of Seattle last night. Nearly cost as much as these super chats. And we're not even that expensive. You were in Seattle? Man. Anyways, filled up my car before getting out of Seattle last night. Not as much as these super chats. There's places in California that are or almost $10 a gallon, which is crazy. Anyways, what are you gonna do? The fluctuation is what I'm really worried about. It will be negative 1 week and 70s the next. Will the white clouds handle that? Yes, because the fluctuations of like the ambient outside temperature are not going to fluctuate as fast as your water temperature. If that makes sense. I hope I said that right. And if it's something like, depending on how worried you are, the bigger the better. Then the more water volume, the slower the fluctuation will be. So I would go with like maybe 150 gallon tubs or larger. Imagine having a Crown Vic. I do have a Crown Vic. It gets like 8 miles to the gallon. I have an F-150 that gets like 12 miles to the gallon. I have an Xterra that gets like 16 miles to the gallon, but that stupid thing is a POS. Green neon for days. Brian, I agree. It's a fish that everyone should own once. Green neon rasboras. It's only $4.22 here in Knoxville. Yeah, but it was like $1 something not too long ago. Anyways, gas prices suck. We can move on from that. I've been coasting on a half a tank for 2 weeks. Can't relive. That's what I'm saying. I'm like I don't really drive anywhere, but I still want like a Geo. I still have always wanted a Geo Metro just for that 100 miles to the gallon. And if you want to know what a scam gas is, they were making cars that got 100 miles to the gallon in the 90s. And here we are 30 years later, and we're happy when we get a car that gets 40 miles to the gallon. Like, such a scam. Anyways, I said we're not going to talk about gas. We're not going to talk about gas. Ice insulates the fish. They actually die. Yeah, I guess I should say, you live in Woodinville? That's freaking amazing. I don't know why that's amazing, but that's awesome. I used to live in Woodinville once upon a time. Can green neon rasboras go with guppies? Yes, absolutely. So green neon rasboras can go in just about any community fish tank out there. The only thing you have to tip your pizza accordingly. I wish I could get pizza delivered here. When it comes to community tanks and green neon rasboras, just the general rule of thumb is if it can fit in another fish's mouth, it's going to be fish food. So while, yes, there are large fish that are considered community aquariums, they're still going to make snacks out of smaller fish. It's Bob's favorite day, Pie Day. Tiffany White. What would we do without you? Actually, my white clouds are from Tiffany White. There you go. Fun factoid. Yeah. Need more gas? Eat more chili. There you go. Anyways, what was I talking about? Ice insulates the fish. They actually die due to suffocation. Yeah, yes. So, I don't know if I said this now because my mind is still crazy, but I did go out there and bust up the ice every time. So, definitely break up the ice. There's a guy on TikTok who lives in Minnesota and has a greenhouse over a koi pond, and midday is 70 degrees inside and 20 outside. Yeah, I bet his heating bill, there's no way that that's just from greenhouse. He's got to have a heater in there. You can get pizza delivered. Yeah, there's one place that delivers here, and the pizza is really good, but it's like so expensive. It's not even worth it. Will corridors spawn with other species of corridors? I swear my Julii cories have spawned with my peppered. I mean, it's possible. It is a possibility. People in Chicago are selling the little red tanks of gas. They're probably going to get caught. So tempted to buy. Wait, what? Are selling little red tanks of gas. Like they're stealing gas and selling it. That doesn't surprise me at all. Would you eat a shepherd's pie? I've never had a shepherd's pie, but yes, I would eat one. You know, I was watching this documentary type video. But anyways, there's this guy on YouTube that makes documentary type videos, but he goes around to like all these like third world countries and stuff. And I forget where he was, but it was an oil producing country. And like the black market on oil there is what I feel like it's going to come to here, which is that like people are like stealing oil and then selling it privately for like half the price of what you can buy. Like they steal the oil and they refine it themselves. Like, and it's very low grade gas, but it still works. And so they sell it for like a fraction of what the gas stations do. And it's probably going to get that way here. Just like The Rock says, my favorite kind of pie starts with P and it ain't pumpkin. Pecan? That's the only one I can think of. All right, Katie, if you go and hit the join button, does it let you join? If that is the case, then your membership just ran out and you have to redo it. There's nothing on my end that is blocking your membership or limited your membership. They are cute too. I now have a total of 32 and had to let nature run its course. I mean, to be honest, that's the best for most aquarists, is just to let nature do its thing. Wish I lived closer because I'd so help you. I'm glad the white clouds are doing well. I'm getting ready to move in a week. Don't look forward to moving all the tanks. You know, if I was closer, I would help you move. But, oh, shucks. I just live on the other side of the country, and I can't help you move. Darn. I really wish I could. Moving is the worst. I hate moving. Yeah, Coreys can interbreed frequently. I've had Stirbai, Trilinianus, and Julii and Paleonis all hybridize. Yeah, just make sure you're not selling them. That's, I mean, or if you are, like, being honest that they're not pure strain. That's how you can really mess up some lines. There was a guy with 400 thing of gas and trading it 2 people for adult service. Hey, 2 of the oldest professions in the book right there. Trading. I don't know. Oh, pizza pie. Ah, my favorite pizza starts with P, and it ain't pumpkin. It's pizza. All right, I guess I get it. Ginger, you super chat so often, I've had to shorten it to avoid arthritis in finger joints. Oh, yes, the $5. Please hit the like, Ginger Grumble. Thank you so much. Looks like your 5th one tonight. I really do appreciate it. Amen to pecan pie. I think, what was the pie I tried? Apple, right? That's all I've ever had. If you have algae on the tank for some veggies, then yes, snowflakes will work. Just don't let them go uneaten and spoil the water quality. Guess I missed the first part of that. Still waiting. Still waiting, Katie. Can you at least let me know if you can hit the join button? Because then at least I know it's not on my end. Not pizza. Oh, it's pizza. Pizza is the best pie. Even my favorite is New York style. When you can just fold it up onto itself. That is the best. What's my favorite rainbow fish food? It is extreme nano pellets. Extreme nano pellets. Dan, it's super high in protein. It's really small, and if you don't know, rainbow fish, while they have larger mouths, they have very small throats. So it's very easy for pellets and things of that nature to get lodged in their throats. So that's why I like the nano pellets. They're really small, and they have more protein than most other food out there. So it's pretty much my favorite fish food, in every category. Amen to exactly 1 slice of pecan. After that, it's unbearable how much sugar is in there. I wouldn't know. One day I'll make you a no-bake cheesecake if I ever see you in person. Why wouldn't eat it? I would never eat cheesecake. It's on my end. My card is locked due to suspicious activity. That's very suspicious. Very pistachio pizza pie. What causes Anubias rot? I don't know if we know. Alex, do we know what causes Anubias rot? I had it like 4 years ago, and at that time, I couldn't find any like real information on what causes it. Katie is sus. No, don't use sus around here. We're not 13. We don't say sus here. Come on, Ginger. Zenny. Bob, how's your Pothos tank doing? It's doing great. I'm going to be doing an update video. Yes, I'm actually going to be releasing a video. Imagine that. Very soon. I'm also going to be doing a video on Stargrass. It'll just be a simple video, but I love it so much I want to make a video about it. And so there's a couple of videos that are going to be coming out fairly soon. But my 125 Pothos, there is an arrowhead plant, pothos, 2 different types of pothos, I believe, and peace lily, all growing in that 125. And as far as the plants under the water, they are going gangbusters. So it's really like a jungle in there, and it looks really awesome. I love it. The only bad thing is I did get duckweed in there, and it's taking over. And between the duckweed and the terrestrial plants, it's blocking a lot of the light. So I'm going to have to trim a lot of, I think it's the arrowhead plant is blocking the most light. So I'm going to have to trim that. And then scooping out the guppy grass is the worst because it's all endlers and guppies and fry everywhere. And they love hanging out in the roots. Even though the roots are like a 1/16 inch long, they all just sit up there. And all this shrimp, they're upside down on the guppy grass. And it's just such a pain to remove. I refuse to be a grown-up. I won't. I'm right there with you. And trust me, if I was on someone else's stream, I'd be I'd be just as inappropriate, but probably a lot worse. Usually how I am on other people's streams. I'm somewhat inappropriate. But yeah, I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid my whole life. Stargrass sounds like a weed variety. I know. It's really awesome, though. Like, if you've never kept Stargrass, it's super easy to grow. The only thing you have to worry about is it sucks up a lot of nitrates. So if you have like a tank with just a couple fish in there, you're definitely going to have to fertilize. But if you have an overstocked tank, like if you have a tank with just a ton of guppies in it, or anything, it's going to love all that fish poop, and it grows like crazy. It's pretty awesome. And the green, it's like a very vibrant, bright green. You'll see it in the video. I'm 38 going on 16. That would be an appropriate title for this stream for some of the stuff that we've said so far. Danny Does Life says, I got a couple cool new plants I've never seen before. Althana Ruby Necklace and Pilia Dark Mystery. You want to see my new Monstera? It still got dirt all over it because it was just shipped to me. I gotta like reattach it. But look at the leaves. I really like the leaves on this one. Anyways, I just got that today. Pretty happy. Pretty happy with it. And then there's a ton of all new plants up here, down here, that you'll see whenever the next time you come over is. Stargrass and guppy grass are completely different plants, Amanda. So guppy grass is a floating plant. They look kind of familiar. They have like the star-shaped like grass type of leaves. But they are different. They are a different plant. Stargrass is you have to plant it. Guppy grass, you grow it. Or float. It floats. Do people end up overpaying at silent fish auctions? I've never been to a silent fish auction. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see. I have received a refund on my plant order. All right. Sweet. This is, what is it? No. Monstera silta picana something. Silver Monstera is the common name. Silver Monstera. This is the actual name. Silta picana. Danny says, yeah, I'm digging the vibes around here. Digging the vibes. People are already asking you to come back on the live stream. But she says she's only going to do it once a month. Is there a Monstera that has the holes in the leaves? Like, I think it's Swiss cheese Monstera, I think. Blue Water Jim. What's going on, buddy? I can tell you people overpay at silent auctions for aquariums, like at Aquashella. Those things went for crazy numbers. That makes sense. I'm super mad at YouTube. I never got notifications you were on, and when I finally scrolled through enough videos to find you, I find that somehow I'm not subscribed anymore. Yep, YouTube's still playing that game. I don't know what it is, but they love unsubscribing people for no reason. I have so much guppy grass that it's starting to root. Yeah, so you can take guppy grass and stick it in the substrate, and it will root. But most people will float it. I'm excited to dump a lot of my water sprite into my summer tubs. Give those crypts a fighting chance. Yeah. I got a lot of foxtail out in my tubs. The stuff just grows like crazy out there. Monstera Adansonii grows well in aquariums, says Amanda Baker. There you go. That makes two of us. You can make it if you try. I want to bring back a callback from the early Steenfott livestream days. Wait, callback. What do you mean? Like when I called people? I never had people call me. I don't think. Caleb and Andy says I had to resubscribe. I don't know. I don't remember what you're talking about. So if you don't know, Aiden is has been around since like the very beginning of the channel. And apparently you remember stuff I don't. I don't know what the callback is. I can do it again. I need an editing lesson as well. So we'll need dinner for after. I mean, you say that all the time, but then you never stay around to edit. Anytime. I'm actually floating hairgrass and it's growing crazy. My pencilfish love swimming in it. Yeah, so almost every plant will grow floating. It's going to send roots down into the substrate and it'll just keep sending. There's some that'll eventually die. But a lot of them will live for months and months and months. And since they're so close to the light, being that they're floating, they'll actually grow pretty well too. Garden of Whedon says, YouTube's so shady for that. I guess they said you thought you were going to watch Bob's live stream. It's so annoying. Like I've had, they unsubscribed Candy from my channel and she's a member and a moderator. That's just unbelievable. I think we all remember stuff that you do not. Well, I mean, I guess like that's just the obvious because I'm losing my mind. An early callback from the Steenfott livestream days is to bring back the Rick. I am ancient. I am ancient. I hear encouragement. Hey, I don't know what I don't know what a callback is, but do it. I mean, you all run the show. The viewers run the show around here. YouTube boots you from a subscription if you don't go to that channel by choice, not by suggestion, 3 times in 90 days and leave a comment. I don't know about that one. Like, there's like YouTube insiders that can't even like answer. Like, even Daryl Eves can't answer why YouTube unsubscribes you. It's because Danny has like 10 horses, dogs, and a fish room. Oh, I get it. Because you're always ready to go eat. I am always ready to eat. This right here should tell you that. I'm down to eat whenever. I just found a wild plant with dark leaves that was growing out of my creek. Not aquatic, I don't think, but it's cool. Probably not aquatic, but yeah. I mean, you can scrounge around. Like, I go outside for my moss, and I can find, in like a half hour, like 20 different species of moss. It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fun. For months, Sweet Caroline was a plague. Now it's just an Elvis Presley song. Wait, was Sweet Caroline... I know Elvis sang it, but did he write it? I don't think so. How are the chameleons doing? The chameleon babies are not faring so well. I think I have 4 left. And I think, well, I know they were just born too premature. So yeah, I couldn't put weight on them fast enough, even with them eating like nonstop. I think they were just born. I mean, 5 of them were born dead, so the odds were stacked against them. But the 4 that are still alive seem to be okay. There's one that's still pretty thin, but like outside of doing an IV, there's not much I can do. The comment thing might be real? What? Oh, yeah, the comment thing. One of Nerd City Tech guys did a special on how shadow banning and unsubscribing YouTube subs you didn't click on appear, and they collected data from like 10,000 people. I'm sure, but it's still not an absolute. There's channels that I haven't been to in years that I'm still subscribed to. Like, I'll go look at it right now. Like, I haven't clicked on a notification. I haven't watched one of their videos. And they don't unsubscribe me from them. I'll find one right now. Oh, wait. These are playlists. I want channels. Here we go. Let me find a channel that I haven't clicked on in a long time. Aquarium Co-op. I mean, I haven't watched one of their one of their videos in years. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Daniel Negreanu. I haven't watched one of his videos in forever, and I'm still subscribed to him. Destination Declassified, another channel I haven't watched in forever. Donut Operator. I haven't watched one of his videos in forever. Like, I'll probably unsubscribe from these people after the stream. And it's not because I don't like them. It's just I don't have time. Yeah, there's so many. So many on here I haven't watched in forever. Like, most of these, I don't even know what these channels are. Like, that's how long it's been. Man, I just unsubscribed from like 100 channels a couple weeks ago, and there's still a bazillion channels on my list. Jeez. Yeah, so I find it hard to believe. Like, I'm still subscribed to the Swiss Kebab channel, and like we haven't done content in there in like 2 years, at least 2-3 years. I've never clicked on that stupid channel. There's just so many. Like, I'm subscribed to some moderators that have never put out content, and it doesn't kick me from them. V-Stag. I don't know if anyone remembers V-Stag from like years and years and years ago. I'm still subscribed to him, and hasn't put out content in years. I haven't clicked on his channel in years. So, I don't know. I find that hard to believe. Aiden Littlestein actually passed away a long time ago. He prolapsed, and that's pretty much the end. Like, you can't really fix a prolapse in a pufferfish, or any fish for that matter. He lived for a long time, a really long time. But yeah, he prolapsed and passed away. People follow you, and then 3 days later, they unfollow you. Bob, like I said, the 3 visits and comment thing wasn't a for sure thing, just one thing they found in common to prevent it from occurring. Yeah, and it makes sense. Like, there's like auto subscription. So if you sign up for, like, let's say you go to my site and you sign up for, like, if I had like newsletters, I could set it up to where, like, let's say I had monthly newsletters, and after 3 months you never clicked on one of my emails, I could set it up so it automatically unsubscribes you from my email list. So yeah, I mean, there's things that that can do it out there, but YouTube is definitely not. I'm not buying that one. Could it be one factor? Sure, but I think there's other stuff going on. Her209 says I'm still subscribed to the Rick. Barbara says I remember V-Stag. He was a really good guy. I say was, like he's dead. He's not dead. But I have a subscriber, no idea how or why. I have no content. I miss Swiss Kebab. I think we only did like 2 videos. Am I still subscribed to you? I have 1 video in like 10 years. Was I ever subscribed to you? Let's see. Ginger Grumble. I am not subscribed to you because you haven't done a video in like 10 years. Well, what is this channel? I totally forgot about this channel. See, I totally forgot about this channel. Guns and Guitars. I clearly haven't clicked on this channel in a very long time, because I totally forgot I was subscribed to it. Man, so many fish people that I'm subscribed to that just aren't around anymore, too. Doberman Planet. His dog has the same name as my Doberman. Anyways, as you said, Alex, just a theory. Can we blame the Russians? Then no, that's the easy way out. Let's not take the easy way out. I have a subscriber radio. I remember VSEG. I missed Swiss Bob. What? No. Hey Barbara. Hey BJ. Here we go. My Alternatherite renicii grew to the top of the tank. Do you know if it will keep growing out of water? Yes, it will grow out of water. Unless your tank is like 9 feet tall, then it won't. But AR, even if you buy AR Mini, it's one of those plants where if you don't have enough light, it's going to keep growing. So even Mini is not really Mini. It's like Dwarf Sagittaria is not really dwarf, because if you don't have enough light, that'll get like 3 feet tall. Guns and Guitars sounds like a really cool channel. It was one of those things where I just found it like 2 o'clock in the morning and then completely forgot about it because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd love to watch something where Bob gets outdoors. Me too. Me too. That's funny. Bob's like, guns? Oh, the horror. I'm telling. Don't turn me in, Alex. Do not turn me on. I just said do not turn me on. Alex, I don't think you have to worry about that. What I meant to say is do not turn me in. You definitely do not turn me on. Sorry. This just got really weird. Really weird. Awkward. I hope I don't get in trouble for asking again. Nope. If you have questions, keep asking. As long as you're not spamming, like you're not copy pasting like nonstop. But if you ask like every minute or two, there's nothing wrong with that. I won't get in trouble for this. Can Taiwan lily be trained to grow low? I don't think any lilies will grow. The only thing you could do is lower your water level, which I'm sure you don't want to do. And yeah, they'll send out like leaves that get like 4 inches, but they're always going to send to the top. Do I enjoy fishing? I used to fish a lot when I was like between 8 and 16. But I feel like as soon as I got my license, like my interest changed. I didn't do as much fishing, but I still like hiked and did outdoor stuff. And so I haven't done really a lot of fishing really in a very long time. I do enjoy it though. I do enjoy it. And I think like when you go up into the mountains into like these lakes that no one goes to and you catch fish out of there, they taste so good. A lot of the things that turn me off about fishing now is that all the lakes around here are stocked and they just taste terrible. Like fish raised on pellets does not taste good. It's just it tastes bad. Like it's not even edible. So and then I used to fish out in the sloughs, like rainbow trout, cutthroat trout. But now you could sit out there for like 8 hours and not even get a bite. So I don't know. There's a few reasons why I quit, but sometimes my dad and I will go up into the mountains, and he has a few secret spots, and we'll fish and fry them up, and it's so good, so good. I'm about to destroy some chips and French onion dip. Oh, that sounds so good. I love me some wavy chips with French onion dip. Best method for growing Java moss. Java moss grows really slow. Be patient, but it loves nitrates. The best I ever got Java moss to grow was in my breeding fish for profit tank that had hundreds of bristlenose plecos, thousands of guppies, thousands of shrimp, and the Java moss just was like, it still grew slow, but it was like just massive. It's the best I ever got it to grow. What, Bob? You don't like Aquamax? I think that's the name of it. I'm not sure what that is. Fish don't taste good in general. Nah, salmon is pretty good. Smoked salmon is really good. If you can get some brown trout, brook trout. Oh man, so good. Someone asked earlier on the stream about finding spade-tail endlers. They're available on Arizona Gardens. I would highly recommend that you never buy fish from them. I would wager a lot of money that they're not spade-tail tiger endlers. I would also wager a lot of money, if I was a gambling man, which I am. I would wager that they would show up dead or show up not spade-tail tiger endlers. I love a good sea bass and halibut fillet. That's true. The best fish I had was a rainbow trout caught in a stream high up in the forest. Yeah, these lakes. So I'm like in the land of 1,000 lakes, right? Not like the real land of 1,000 lakes, but I think within probably like a 5-mile radius, there's probably like 12 lakes, and they're all stocked with farm fish, and it's just the worst. Ruffles chips with hell of a good dip is irresistible to me. Well, the dip better be hella good, right? Bob's plants are dancing behind him. It's the name of the pellet food they feed trout. I think it's from Purina. Interesting. I don't know. It's not like. When I go see my grandparents in Oregon, there's a salmon farm there, and just even those, like you could tell just by looking at them that they're not going to taste good. It's just the worst. Salmon hatchery, I guess, is what I'm technically trying to go for. Regina Philandes says, Arizona Garden, how are they still in the business? So this should be proof to you, like. If you have a fish business that goes under and Arizona Gardens is still his business, like you're probably doing something wrong if those chuckleheads can stay in business this long. Like they are seriously the worst. The worst. Are you into reptiles at all? Funny you should mention it. I rarely ever bring this up, but I am a certified master herpetologist, so I would say I'm kind of into reptiles. I had rock cod fish and chips on our trip. Caught off Fort Bragg. It was amazing. It's hard to find good fish and chips in the Pacific Northwest. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like you think you should be able to go anywhere in this area and get good fish and chips, but it's hard. It's hard. I could taste those zesty Purina pellets now. I had a rock cod fish and chips on our... Oh, I already read that one. Yeah, Mr. Maz, Mr. MAS, I would rather not keep fish. If Arizona Gardens was the only place to buy fish, I wouldn't even keep fish. Like, no way. I'd rather not have fish than support them. Still catching up on the live stream. Have a killer stream. Thanks all for what you do, Upper Aquatics. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Bob knows all about the herps. It's true. The best clam chowder I ever had was in Oregon. Yeah, so there is some like small like coastal towns that have really good seafood. It's out there. It's just, you would think we would have like good seafood everywhere, but it's pretty rare. I like Ivor's fish and chips. Actually, yeah, I mean it's decent. It is so expensive though. I cannot believe how expensive Ivor's is. Steenfott Aquatics, I loved your plant show. Why does my pothos never seem to grow new leaves once I add it to the tank? It doesn't die, but it doesn't thrive. Are you submersing the entire plant? Or are you keeping like some in, some out, etc.? If you're submersing the entire plant, pothos will grow for probably 2 to 3 months, and it'll eventually die off. So you might have too much underwater. If it's just the roots that are underwater, there could be some transition period there. Tell us how you really feel about Ariana Gardens. Why don't you ask Zenzo how he feels about Arizona? Well, Zenzo's too nice of a guy. He probably wouldn't badmouth him. But they screwed him over pretty good. Another thing, Matthew, is that pothos grows... it's not that it grows fast, but they consume a lot of nitrates. And depending on how stocked your tank is, there might not just be... You might need a fertilizer. Just probably not enough nitrates for it to grow fast. Zen Ginger says, I'm a cheap date. I like Red Lobster. Hell, I like Long John Silver's back in the day. I've never been to a Long John Silver's. I do remember it, though. That was the chain that had, like, the big anchor in front of it, right? Oh, Matt. Yeah, I like it when people, or like when I say something and then I see someone else that says the same thing. Makes me feel smart. That says, probably not enough nutrients in the water for it to grow. They love nitrates. That's true. Lake perch makes good fish and chips. Interesting. I got to make it to the Great... I would love to... I definitely need to go to the Great Lakes one of these days. Man. I, like, my mind... And, like, say with like Lake Tanganyika, my mind just cannot comprehend how large they actually are. Like, I know they're huge, but I also know that they're way bigger, like, than I can even, like, imagine. Like, I imagine, like, these massive lakes, and I know when I go there, I'd still be like, holy cow, these are massive lakes. Like, no kidding, right? But still. Big anchor was skippers. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Ooh, gross. Long John Silver's is disgusting. As a former employee, man, Aiden be spitting in your food, man. It's just, yikes. Give that extra flavor. I used to eat at Long John Silver's in Bellevue. It was actually really good. Well, I guess in Bellevue, like all fast food has to be good in Bellevue, right? Like that clientele. You wouldn't survive in Bellevue unless, if you were any other thing. Oh, man. Bellevue people are the worst. If you're from Bellevue, I'm sorry, but you're the worst. Man, talk about douches. Are there specific pothos varieties to avoid, like regular pothos versus golden pothos or Hawaiian? I have not found that to be anything to be concerned about. I don't know like pothos well enough to know the names, but I know when I have different varieties. So I've got like a golden or a neon or some type of pothos. I've got like some silver queen something pothos. I don't know. I've got all kinds of pothos growing in all my tanks. Come on over, Bob. There was a day when if you bought seafood in the Midwest, you were playing revolver roulette. Today there's local quality available. Moray's Fish House is only one quality source in Minnesota. Moray. I'm used to moray eel. Moray's Fish House. Long John Silver's is probably awful, but when you're young, it's delicious. Yeah, like Taco Bell. Like, who didn't like Taco Bell when they're young? Now it's freaking disgusting. Heck no, I do not want Taco Bell ever again. So gross. Hmm. Can come hang out with the Schindlers, Fish Tank Barn, Lumpy Dog, Eric. That's quite the lineup. Lumpy Dog hasn't been in the house for a while, though. I think he hates me now. He used to always be in the house. That's what he says. Lumpy Dog in the house. That's a stellar lineup. Stellar lineup. You have any fish events up there so I can write it off? Write-offs. It's honestly similar to looking out to sea, endless coastline, and nothing but water straight ahead. Yeah, and you guys actually have, like, coastal tides or something, right? Like, it's so big you have tides? I don't know. I'm probably stupid, but I feel like I read that somewhere. I just got 3 black tiger baddest, all male. Would you like one? Free, of course. Hard to say no to that. I'm good on frozen fish. Do you like fish sticks, Bob? Nope. I'm not. Well, I'm not even going to say that, but, you know. No, I do not like fish sticks. Yes, I like fish sticks. Well, you're a what? What am I? You can say it. I'm not going to say it. You can make it a fish event? No, that's not how write-offs work. Who writes it off? The government. Who pays for it? I don't know. The write-off people. Do you know if plecos can eat other types of beans like kidney beans and yellow beans? I'm sure they can, but I'm not going to say definitely and then have them eat beans and die. I'm sure there are beans out there that they can eat. What level of nitrates are we talking for pot? I mean, you'd probably want, you definitely want over 20 parts per million. You kind of get into that area of like you could be playing with fire, but getting a pothos to thrive versus getting a pothos to grow is completely different. Like if you want that thing pumping out new leaves like every day, you'd probably want like 80 ppm. This is all just guessing, but that's what I feel. Lake Ontario area, I think isn't. So I know that lake in Russia is the largest, and I think Lake Tanganyika is the second largest lake, right? Where do the Great Lakes stand? By water volume, I mean, by water volume. Let's go to the World Atlas. Yeah, the one. Yeah, Lake Tanganyika second. Okay, so Lake Superior is third largest. All right. And then Lake whatever in Siberia is the largest, but yeah, Lake Tanganyika is the second largest freshwater lake by volume. And then Lake Superior. They have the World Atlas has the Caspian Sea as the largest lake, but it's a sea, not a lake. You can't cheat. Get out of here. I tell you. I don't really know by like. Does anybody care by size? Like, I feel like lakes should be measured by water volume, not by like how long they are or size, surface area. I guess. That's like I don't know. It should be water volume. Lake Superior has the largest of the Great Lakes and can fit the rest of the Great Lakes in it. Oh, well, all right. Lake whatever in Siberia. That's because I don't know how to pronounce it. Like, where is it at? It is Lake Baikal or Baikal. I don't know. It's quite a bit bigger than number 2, Lake Tanganyika. But still. But Gotta go to Lake Superior, right? Gotta see the wreck of the Edmonds Fitzgerald, right? Do you know the average depth of Lake Goodwin is only 50 feet? Yeah, I swim to the bottom of it all the time. Lake Superior is a failed rift, like the continent started to open up there. That's why it's so deep. All right, folks. Well, we are going to officially end this stream. I hate ending the stream when there's super chats timing down, but that Alexander one is going to take days to time out. So that's going to do it for me. Huge thank you to Alexander. I still have no idea what to say other than thank you. Yeah. Thanks everyone else. I do definitely appreciate all of you equally. Lurkers, subscribers. Well, not non-subscribers. No, you're not equal. You got to at least be a subscriber. Let's be real. But thank you all mods, lurkers, subscribers, and everyone who comes out every week and shows your support. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Bob, you really need to visit Minnesota and take a trip to the North Shore, talk about camping opportunities. It'll happen. Like, I wish I could tell you all that's going on right now, but seriously, my life is like a country music song right now, and it would just be a total downer. So we'll just keep it positive. But eventually, right? Eventually we'll get there. Eventually I'll get out there. We'll do it. I want to eventually get a camper. Eventually, I always say eventually, but it'll happen. It'll happen, I swear. But have a good week. If it's not, make it a good week. And I'll see you all next Monday, 3:45 for